Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. It's Jo here. I hope you're all well. For today's craft video, I wanted to recreate some of the metal crowns that I've been seeing on my travels through the internet, and I thought I would give it a go and try and make one out of cardboard, and this is the result. I'm absolutely in love with this, and it's given me an idea for a wreath that I want to do, so I'm going to do that in the future. But I hope you enjoy. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you leave a comment, I will reply, and if you've not subscribed and you want to see more from me, then it would be wonderful if you joined our family and friends. If you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I'm really excited to share this one with you today. So yeah, let's get into how I made this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just using some A4 white card. This is from Poundland for a pack, and I'm going to use it with the size of the paper in portrait, and I'm going to measure a 2cm strip, and then I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to do 12 of these strips and cut them out, and this is going to be the sides of our crown. When I've got my 12 strips, I'm going to glue them into sets of 2, so we'll end up with 6 pieces of sets of 2, and this is just to make the card a little bit thicker so it'll stay in shape a little bit better. And I'm just using a glue stick, and I'm going to glue them in place. Now that all 6 are done, we can start the next section. So I'm using one of the cardboard rings. I picked these up in Asda. They were in between the pans that were on the shelves, and they're absolutely fantastic, and I've picked up about 10 of them. I just asked one of the members of the staff if it was okay if I took a few that were on the side ready to be thrown out, and they said yes. You could use anything that you wanted. You could use cardboard. If you wanted to make mini ones, you could use the rolls off a sellotape. And yeah, you could make them any size that you want. So this is what I'm going to be using. But now I need to cover the inside and the outside in A4 white card, and this is just so that it will be easier to spray paint later on. So I'm just going to take some more white card. I'm going to measure the width of my cardboard circle, and it's just over 2 and a bit centimeters. So I'm going to measure some strips, and I'm going to glue them with the glue stick in the inside and out, and here it is once it's done. So for actually assembling the crown, I'm going to take the 6 strips that we've already made, and I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to cover the line of the cardboard inside so you can't see it. And I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue and then glue that in place. I'm now going to do exactly the same, facing it in the center. And then I'm going to place 2 on either side of the strips that we've put in place and make sure that they're equally spaced. Now that they're all stuck together, we can now glue them at the top. So I'm going to take the 2 in the middle and leave about a centimetre overlap at the top. And then I'm just going to add some hot glue. And then glue them 2 in place. And now I'm going to start to add the other pieces into the center. Again, just gluing them with hot glue until they're all stuck down in the center. So now that they're all dry, I'm going to take a thimble, and this is just to draw a circle. You can do your center as big or as small as you want. This was just the perfect size that I wanted, so I'm just going to cut that out and then glue that to the top to hide the joins of where we glued all the pieces together. So now we need to make the centre part. So I'm just going to take a piece of an old cardboard box and I'm just going to draw around the outside of our crown and then cut that out using a pair of scissors. And then to finish this off, I'm going to glue it to the base of our crown. And now we can work on the centre. So I'm taking one of the wooden skewers. These are from Asda. It's £1 for a pack and they are out in the garden section at the moment because of the barbecue weather. And what we're going to do is we're going to press the crown down in the centre till we get it to the shape that we want. So I want it about 3/4 of the way. I don't want to go down too much. So I'm just going to press it down till I'm happy with the shape. And just hold it in place where I want it. And then I'm just going to hold one of the wooden skewers next to it so that I can mark off with a pen where I want to cut. Just going to use some wire cutters to do this. And now with a little bit of force, I'm going to make a hole in the centre of the cardboard that we stuck at the bottom. And this is just so it will glue more securely to the base. And then where the hole is, I'm just going to pop some glue. Push in the wooden skewer and hold till it dries. So now that it's dried in the centre, we're just going to finish it off. So I'm going to draw another circle of card the same size as the top part that we did before. So again, just tracing around it with a pen and cutting it out with scissors. And now with this piece, I'm going to glue it to the top of the wooden skewer. Let that dry. And now that everything's dry, we can glue the two pieces together. So I'm just going to pop some hot glue all around the edge and the centre. And now we can push down the top bit to meet the bit at the bottom and hold that until it dries. So here is the base of our crown and I absolutely love it. It took me a while to try and figure out how to get the shape that I wanted, but I'm so glad that I give it a go because the metal ones look really nice and I think the cardboard one just looks as nice. But now just to finish it off, I'm using one of the polystyrene balls, and again these are from Poundland for a pack, and I'm going to glue one to the centre. You could put whatever you want in the centre, but I just wanted to keep it nice and simple because it was going to be quite decorative inside. When I make my one that for the wreath that I want to do, I'm going to decorate the crown more. But for now, I've just wanted to leave this one quite simple. So now that's in place. We can spray paint. So I'm using the gold metallic paint from Poundland, and this is £1 a tin. I only used one tin to spray everything that I needed for this project. So I'm going to do all the inside and the outside and make sure that I do underneath of the crown as well. I'm going to let that dry, and it doesn't take long for this paint to dry, so I'm going to leave it about half an hour, and here it is. So I'm really chuffed with it. And what I didn't realise, I've never spray painted polystyrene before, but it kind of gives like a melting effect, and I actually really like how this looks, and it's giving me an idea for a another project that I'm going to give a go. So yeah, I'm really glad that I discovered that. But now to finish off, I'm just going to use some ribbon that I've also picked up from Poundland. This was in the Christmas section, and this is the last bit that I've got. And I'm just going to cover around the bottom where we can just see the edge of the cardboard box. Again, just gluing this in place with hot glue. So the ribbon is now in place around the edge. And I'm going to use some Oasis. This was 3 pieces that I picked up for £1, 50p a piece. And I'm going to actually cut this. I've already glued it. It was from previous projects, so I'm just reusing it. So I'm just going to cut the section out that I want. And I want to cut out 1/4 just because I need my cherub to sit at the front and there's not enough space for it. So I'm just going to use a knife and cut that out. Like so. I'm just going to cut a tiny little bit off the top so that it fits in around our wooden skewer. And I'm just going to straighten up the edges of it and glue it at the bottom. So now that everything's done, we can start to decorate. So I'm going to start with the base, and I'm going to cover it in these sets of leaves that I've got from some flowers that I took apart. And I'm just going to cover around all the base, leaving the front section so that the cherub can sit in place. And it's a little bit difficult to see, obviously, because I've got the top of the crown in the way. But I'm just going to fill the space. Like so, and I've just overlapped them slightly over the edges and glued them down. So I had quite a lot of difficulty doing the flower arrangement for this, just because I was using bits that I had left over from other projects. So I've not really filmed me actually doing the flowers. I've done flowers loads of times, and you know that I always do each side exactly the same to make sure that they're perfectly mirrored. But I'm just going to work my way up from the bottom using greenery and some white flowers and white gypsy grass. Obviously, if you make one of these, you can put whatever you want in them. You could put candles in them as long as they're battery powered ones, because obviously we're using cardboard. You could put flowers in them. You could use it just to store perfumes or nail varnishes. There's loads of different things you could do with it. So I'm just going to continue to work my way up to the top. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to just spray paint my cherub. So this was from Poundland. It was in the garden section, and they come like this. He's just going to sit in the front, but I'm going to spray paint him in the spray paint, same spray paint that I've just done the crown in. I only needed to do 1 coat, and he sits perfectly there. So I'm really happy that I spray painted the cherub gold. I do have another one that I'm probably going to spray paint as well. And this is going to be living in my bathroom. So I wanted everything to match what colours that I've already got in there. But now I'm going to continue to work my way up from the base, just adding bits of greenery and the roses and some gypsy grass. And I got halfway and I was really struggling to figure out what the best way was to do the top. I didn't like it. It was taking over the shape of the crown. So what I'm going to do now is, just to finish it off, I'm going to actually cut some of the Oasis out like so, just so it's the same height as the cherub. And then I'm going to continue to finish off the flowers display, and we're done. And here it is. It's on my bathroom shelf, and I absolutely love this. I love finding pictures of home decor that I like and then trying to figure out how to make it with stuff that I have. and I'm so glad that I gave this a go. I love the shape of it, I love the colour of it, and I think it's perfect for the shelf in my bathroom. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's giving you some ideas of what you can do. Like I said, you can make these in any size that you want, as small or as big, and in any colour, and put whatever you want in the centre. So I will see you on Friday for my next craft video. Take care for now, everybody. Love you loads and have a wonderful week. Bye.